The 1950s was an incredible decade, and 1953 was a pretty incredible year. Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the throne, Canadian troops returned home from the Korean War, and Sir Edmund Hillary climbed Mount Everest. Now, 1953 was also a pretty big year in the world of retail. Welcome to the retail revolution, and this is the Sears Canada story. Back in the spring of 1950, Edgar G. Burton, who was the president of Simpsons Limited of Toronto, headed to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for a holiday. A friend suggested they look up a young man who was working at Sears, Roebuck & Company in Sao Paulo. A meeting was arranged in Rio, and it was followed up by a special dinner party a few days later. Now, attending that dinner was the director of foreign expansion for Sears Roebuck, General Frank. General Frank was impressed with Burton and later introduced him to the chairman of Sears Roebuck, General Wood. And a deal to create Simpsons Sears was signed on September 18, 1952. The first Sears store opened September 17, 1953 in Stratford, Ontario.
It was a joint venture with Sears Roebuck and the Robert Simpson Company. And, I think Sears Roebuck put up $20 million cash, and the Robert Simpson Company put up the catalog operation. And they formed Simpson Sears, and that was 50-some-odd years ago.
The 1960s offered a small taste of what was to come. John F. Kennedy won the White House, the pill made its debut, and Canada's population was just over 18 million.
Well, we purchased Eaton's because it was an opportune buy. We basically bought 19 stores. We bought the company, we bought the shares, and these 19 stores were in markets that we really weren't in. And it goes back to the formation of Simpson Sears, and there was an agreement with Simpsons that Simpson Sears, the new company, wouldn't build within 20 miles of a existing Simpson store. So this shut us out of the Toronto market for the most part, out of Montreal and out of downtown Vancouver. So when these Eaton stores became available, there were a number of locations that, we really needed in the portfolio.
Not only did Sears acquire Eaton's, but it also doubled its capacity in many of its merchandising centers and growing its off-mall channels.
The Eaton's acquisition gave us tremendous real estate. It gave us some brands that we could add to our portfolio. So it was an opportune move for us.
Sears invested significantly towards these initiatives.
Another exciting initiative that Sears has been involved in is its support for the Ryerson School of Management. We determined that there was a need to develop a diploma program in retail management and committed $1 million over 5 years to support this endeavor with Ryerson. After hearing about this, other retailers have stepped up and participated in the program as well. Sears is a big supporter of the Boys and Girls Club and the 4-H program. Since 2001, Sears has contributed over $17 million in 183 different communities supporting the after-school program.
We'll have more on the Sears Canada story as the retail revolution continues. From $100 million in sales to over $6 billion annually, it's safe to say that Sears has undertaken a retail revolution. I'm Hal Roberts. Till next time, Thanks for joining us.